So Biden is done flirting with the prospect of running for president. He is just going to go out and do it. Elizabeth Warren has already said, remember, he is the one when it came to American people versus credit card companies, chose the credit card companies. So he's already being smeared from the left because he does have very, very large name recognition. Being the vice president of the United States, he knows what it is like to be in that office and seeing the president go through things, even though he didn't have to do it firsthand. He was there for it all. He was there in the Situation Room when they took down Osama. When they, the Somali pirates, like he's seen some things. You know, he has a wealth of experience. He has, you know, the insiders are behind him. He has a lot of support because people like him because he's a genuine person. He seems to care. He seems caring. You know, he's a real person. You know, even when the whole, oh, he stuck his foot in his mouth. Okay, he said a curse word. Get over yourself. Like, you know, he's a real person. He takes the subway. You know, this is supposed to, you know, endear him to John Q. Public. So, first card, Seven of Swords, strategy time. Person in the black and white is figuring out how to get that sword left in the color. In the light and the shadows. Strategy time. Nine of Disc. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Security. He's going to be this is why they're attacking him early. Because Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders have already spoken out against him. And so this is why they're starting now, because he is going to be very hard to defeat. Yeah, progressives may not like him, but the Democratic establishment loves Joe Biden. Republicans love Joe Biden. He's Trump's worst nightmare, politically speaking. Knight of Wands, the person of action. Ten of Swords. Now, why would you get a card of loss? Let's see. Four of Pentacles. You know, I felt that when I picked up this card. I just didn't say that. But two different cards that basically have the same message, imagely, if I can make up a word, image-wise, they basically have the same message. So you have the person who has more than enough, but wants more. He has had a career where he can say, I was at the top. I may not have been the president, but I was the vice president. I have done all that I really need to do. I've had a good career. I have a good life. I have a good family. Let me just go and enjoy my yesteryear. Nope. Got to have that one last glory. But it's being a little greedy. You're so clinging to what you have. You want more, but you're going to have to leave something behind to get it. See, there's the key to this door on the floor, but he has no hands available. So, not greedy, but I'm going to use that word because it's not necessary. This is not something he really needs to do. He's had more than enough glory, so to speak. Around the Ten of Swords is the Sun. So his loss is conquered. It's conquered easily. His defeats are conquered easily right now because of his name recognition. The fear is Page of Wands. The fear is being vetted, basically. This is news. Holding his feet to the fire. Your hopes, Seven of Cups. Interesting. That could either be a card of purposeful confusion or just many different avenues you can take. But I think the less you know, the better he'll do. He was vetted the first time just as a VP candidate. This time he has attacks from both sides. You couldn't defeat Barack Obama, so they didn't try. Therefore, they knew they couldn't defeat Joe Biden, so they weren't really in his business like that. This time is a little different because now everybody's going back to your past presidential bids and saying, here's what went wrong. I've seen 3 different articles about that just today. In the environment, 5 of Pentacles. There's a hardship. Chariot. This is not going to be easy though. Even though you have the name recognition and your battles, some of your battles are easily won. It's not going to be easy. I believe justice, that Kamala Harris is going to be a problem for you. The field's got 19 different candidates. I get it. But every time I talk about Joe Biden or I think about him, I think about her for whatever reason. She is going to be a problem for him. She may be a problem for all of them. King of Pentacles. That's your word of warning. This is the person that is going to cause you the most grief. May not be a political person. This could be a person you know or that knows you. Word of solace is the moon. Everything about you is not known. Remember, this is your hopes. Is that some things just stay unclear. Ace of Cups. Emotional news, emotional victories. You could get the nomination. You have a good chance. You have a very, very good chance. So the Lovers, the Hierophant, 6 of Disc, and 6 of Wands. The government, or should I say the establishment, really loves you. Those are the people you share your ideals with the Lovers card. It is in the government, so like I said, the establishment, DNC, and even some people on the right. They are willing to share money, so donations will be coming in to the celebrated person. As it stands right now, just based on this, Joe Biden could be the nominee. Judgment. Something from the past being resurrected. And the Hope card right afterwards. Two of Swords. Indecision. Stalemate. Not confusion. Just indecision. Which way do I go? Three of Cups. Celebration. Five of Cups. Disappointment and regret. Seven of Wands. Fighting and defending. That's where the vetting is starting to come out. The Devil. Destructive behavior. And then the Fool. Literally foolish behavior. The Ten of Cups. There's the happy home, happy family, happy life. The Eight of Swords. Trapped and bound. Feeling powerless. Nine of Swords. Stress, worry, and anxiety. And then the Queen of Pentacles. That is my Mother Earth card. You could be the next most powerful person on Earth. Happy Life card. These cards are indicative of a person in the presidential role, though. Being bound by the law, by your job, and it is full of stress and worry, which may not be the best thing for a person of your years, but if Trump can do it, I guess you can too. Then again, he's not actually working, he's just kind of there. So, Biden does watch the donor thing, though. That's popped to me just now. Sharing of money and crossroads, destructive behavior, and the Nine of Swords. The donor thing could cost you some worry. But, like all of them, he stands a good chance right now. I still personally don't think this is something you need to do. Those first couple cards we got, that's saying you really do have enough glory. You really don't need this. But if you feel as though you do, go for it.